In the depths of darkness, where icicles hung from windowsills and gutters, and the snow remained piled in the corners, the icy breeze cut the night air like a sword. Puffs of breath were suspended in the air like words unsaid, and the moon shone down in the glistening icy streets as people made their way home to find warmth. The winter had been long and harsh, with heavy snows that made journeys that much harder, and that made the home much harder to leave. And with illness everywhere this winter, there had been little to hope for, and no hope for joy. The world had become a lonely place. Too much worry, too much sadness, and so very, very cold. A cold that meant warmth won the choice between hunger and heat for the old people who had to choose. The same old people who missed the joy of seeing their families that would take away the pain of the cold. The darkness was a saving grace that meant the cold and lonely day was over. Dark mornings and dark nights took away the need to be outdoors, as there was nothing to do and no one to meet anyway. But on that February morning, far earlier than anyone could have known, there came a sudden and swift change. The change came on the wind as it spun around, blowing in from the south and no longer from the north. And with the southern wind came a rise in the icy temperatures of meteorological proportions that no one had seen for many decades. As the sun began to rise with the heightened temperatures, the chilling freeze dissipated, and the snow in the fields, in the gardens, in the empty schoolyards and car parks melted with a steady trickle down the drain and back to the rich soil below. When the weary people began to awake that morning, looking out of their windows from inside their warm homes, they saw the frozen world was gone. They saw green grass, sunlight, a glow over the earth where the warmth had overtaken the cold. The children dressed without the need for boots and scarves and ran outside to feel the sunshine on their faces, to let it seep into their fingertips and meet the chill. In the parks there were snowdrops that had been underneath the snow, and the first shoots of crocuses and daffodils, hiding until the sun let them know it was time to show their faces. The warmth brought smiles to the children, and the children's smiles brought hope to the parents, and the hope brought joy to the older people who knew that this early spring meant a new beginning for the world. In a year where there had been no pollution because everything was cancelled and shut down, nature had taken over, and nature had kept everyone indoors when it was cold to protect them. Now that there was hope and sunshine, everyone could go outside and breathe and live again.